The first step is to make the body out of the core. And what we're going to do is take this piece that we have for the core, and I'm going to fold it basically in thirds. And I'm going to have 2/3 of it for the body and 1/3 of it will be for the head. When you need to pull roving apart, the fibers are very loosely, it's very fuzzy, but if you hold it close together, you're not going to be able to pull it apart because you're holding both ends of the same fiber. If you pull your hands apart a little bit and then you give it a tug, it's going to just come right apart. So we're going to put the smaller piece aside and we're going to start with the larger piece. And the first thing I do is I take that piece and right about the middle, I put a little tiny knot in it. It's like that. The tighter we make this now, the less poking and stabbing and felting we'll need to do down the road. So now that I've got that knot, you can see it's kind of square-ish, roundish. It's an odd shape. I'm going to take one of my tails and I'm going to go around like this. Then I'm going to take the other tail and go around. And I'm going to keep alternating. One tail around, the other tail around, and back and forth. Now I've run out of tail, so I'm going to take my needle and just stab it a couple times. That's all it takes to hold it in place. Then I'm going to take this last one and wrap that one around. And as I do that, I'm going to kind of open these ends up so that they feather as I come around. And now I'm going to felt that in place. And I'm not going to do a whole lot of felting. I'm just making it so it's going to stay together and not pop apart on me. All right, there's the body. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the other piece for the head. I want to straighten it out first. Right about the middle, I'm going to make my little knot. Then I'm going to take one end around, the other end around, the first end back, and I'm already out of my first piece, so I'll tack that a wee bit. Now I'm going to take the second piece and wrap that around till it's all done, and I'm going to gently tap that. Now when I hold the needle, I hold it with my middle finger like this, and that determines how deep I'm stabbing. As soon as my finger hits the fiber, I know to back it up and I'm good. The other thing you want to pay attention to is that you pull the needle out the same direction that you put it in. If you put the needle in like this and then bend it to pull it out, you're going to end up breaking the needle. All right, so I'm just real loosely, again, there's my body and there's my head. Now the first thing I'm going to do with this body is look at it and decide, do I want it to be this way? Do I want it to be this way? How do I want my body to be? I think I'm going to have this be the front and this is going to be the bottom. And I'm just doing that just because I like the way it's looking right here. So if this is my bottom, I'm going to right away make a divot in the middle of my bottom. And it's just a small, maybe like a nickel-sized circle that I'm making. I don't know if you can see that. But by doing that now, I can have it stand and it's not going to roll all over on me. Now the head, I'm going to do the same thing. If this is my body, this is the bottom, this will be where the head attaches. Now, which way do I want the head to go? And that's too much of a blockhead to me. I think I want it this way. Do I want it which direction? I think I'm going to have it just like that. All right. So if you look at the way this is, my fibers, I don't know if you can, there we go. My fibers for the body are going up and down. But the way this head worked out, my fibers for the head are going across. It doesn't matter. That's just the way mine worked out. The one thing I will tell you with the head is you want to make sure that you have fluffiness around whatever the bottom of your head is, like the neck part, because when you attach it, you're going to want to have that fluff so that you have something to attach. If you felt things too hard, then they're not going to, you won't be able to attach anything to them. So you can see how I'm working my way around, and the first thing I'm doing is I'm working at an angle and I'm stabbing the head into the body. And I'm just going all the way around the head like that. All right. Now what that's done is it's attached the head to the body, but now I want to attach the body to the head. I want to make sure these fibers are well intermingled. So now I'm going to do the same thing, but this time I'm going to go around the top of the body and stabbing it into the head. And again, you'll notice I've got these weird lines here. I don't know if you can see that. See if we, there we go. I've got this weird line here from when I did my wrapping. That's fine. We're going to cover that up and take care of that in just a couple minutes. But I'm going to go all the way around. At this stage, I would typically have this on the pad because I don't want to be stabbing into my hand, nor do I want to be breaking a needle. So now I've gone all the way around. And there's the body with the head. And this is still going to be my front. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some of the snow on it. You don't need a whole lot of the snow. A little bit will be sufficient. When we put the snow on, this will be my face. So I'm going to put some on the face and then some on the body. But as I work my way around, this is all going to get covered with a hat. So I really want the snow to help connect the head and the body together, but I just want it to go maybe a third of the way up on the head, and I want to cover the body entirely. So what I'm going to do with this snow is I'm going to hold it in my hand, and I'm just going to grab these little wispy things, and I'm just going to pull just some little wisps out. So you can see how I just had that wee little bit. I'm going to put that now over top of my snowman like this, pat it down, and now I'm going to very loosely, roughly felt that in place. We're going to go over all this stuff again. Now I'm going to take turn my snowman, take another wisp, put that in place. Trying to get this, there we go. Trying to get it to focus, but with all my jabbing, it keeps throwing off the autofocus part of this. All right, give it a turn. Again, let me show you again. I'm holding this, I'm grabbing some of the wispies at the top and just giving that a slight pull. And then I'm going to put that wisp stuff right here. And basically I'm going to go around the whole snowman and do that. I'm going to do the wisps around the snowman. Probably I'll go 2 times around to get a decent coating on there. All right, we'll come back with the next step.